Hello, yes, and welcome to another episode of MLS Ireland. Will I be bringing to you my predictions for week 26. I think there's only about 8 weeks to go, so let's go. Perfect, thank you very much for joining me. My name is Sean, and may as well get kicking into the predictions because there is a lot of games on. So the first one is New York Red Bulls against Colorado Rapids. New York Red Bull lost against NYC SC quite badly. Well, not badly, but they lost, and that's kind of like a bad thing for them, which is unfortunate for them. But I do think with this game coming up against Colorado, who, let's face it, are just down and out at the moment. I do think I would suggest the Red Bulls are probably going to get back into it with them playing at home. So I'm going to go for a 2-0 win to Red Bulls. Sorry, Colorado. Red Bulls really need to start kicking into it to make those playoffs. Next one is Columbus Crew against Chicago. Columbus beat Cincinnati in their derby. Chicago Fire, can't remember how they did. Where did they lost against New England? That was a big rivalry. So two teams are not coming into it. Well, Crew's coming into it with a bit of more confidence. Chicago Fire probably not as much. I don't know if Bastian Schweinsteiger may be playing because his wife just had a kid. So anything could come into this game. So this is the reason probably why I'm predicting a 1-1 draw. I think I would suggest the Fire probably we have a wee bit too much more for the Crew at the moment, so I'm going to go for a 1-1. The next game is Montreal against DC United. Montreal beat Vancouver there during the week. DC United are not doing fantastic at the moment. They lost their last 3 games, which is pretty bad for them. Wayne Rooney basically said he's leaving and then basically derailed the whole season for them. Assad may be coming back. He retweeted up quite a few things as the MLS suggesting that he's coming back, so I'm not the dumbest person in the world, but that may mean that he's coming back. Wee bit too late, I would think. So this game gonna be a good one. Montreal are starting to kick into it with Bojan now probably playing, kind of give them a wee kick coming into the season like what Wayne Rooney did last season, but I don't think he will have the same input that Rooney did, so I'm going to go for an interesting 2-1 win to Montreal. Bojan actually might score in this game after suggesting that. The next one is New England against Toronto. It's kind of like anyway. Toronto. They beat Montreal, but they're playing against New England, who are doing very well at the moment. Very well. It's going to be one of those games. I don't think there's going to be a hell of a lot to say about it, but I do think there's going to be quite a few goals in it. So I'm going to go for, brace yourself, a 2-2 draw. Toronto can score goals and leak a lot of goals, so that's why I'm going to go for a 2-2. And the next one is Philadelphia. This is going to be a good cracking game against Atlanta. Philadelphia are starting to slip down the rankings at the moment. Philly and Atlanta are starting to kick in. They've won their last 4 games, which is quite impressive, and they won the US Cup. Whereas Philadelphia are kind of like winning games and then losing games, winning games and losing games. But them at home against Atlanta, you would expect them to really have a great game. But then again, this is Atlanta. So I'm quite categorically going for a 2-2 draw. Again, this game could go anywhere. As probably we stats suggest, wherever the hell I'm going to put them this time, with the score here, which is weird. I think I'm going to put it there. It's going to be a good game. I'm going to look forward to that one. The next one is FC Dallas against Cincinnati. Cincinnati in the last 7 games haven't won a game. They're playing against a very good team, FC Dallas. Sorry, Cincinnati. maybe next year that you're going to do a lot better, like Minnesota who have at the moment with the brand new stadium and such. You may start kicking on. So I'm going to go for an FC Dallas 2-0 win. FC Dallas probably have a more exciting attacking team. The next one is Sporting KC against Houston Dynamo. Houston, like Cincinnati, haven't won a game this past while in a long time. Are taking on Sporting Kansas City, who are starting now to kick in with their players coming back slightly a wee bit too late, but they can still make the playoffs, and I believe that's why they're pushing for it, and that's the reason why I think they're going to win this game 3-1. They really do need to kick in and start to get this playoff run going. And then the next one is Vancouver against New York City SC. NYC SC are starting now to get their games in the action. They have got 7 games to play now this month, the September, which is a lot. I do think there's like 2 of them away, one being this one, quite a distance. Then it's like the next 4 games are at home, then 1 away, and then home, and then whatever. Taking on Vancouver, who are basically just down and out in the moment, and they can surprise anybody on their day. Them being at home against New York City, it's going to be an interesting one. Vancouver, like I said, can beat anybody on their day, but I'm going to go for, brace yourself, a 2-0 win to New York City. New York City should really easily win this game, as I'm expecting them to do. The next one's Portland Timbers. Portland Timbers against Real Salt Lake. Real Salt Lake, quite surprisingly, is just sneaking up the, like, in the Supporters Shield. They're at the moment, they're 5th. Portland's 14th. So when you say that, you go, well, it's pretty easy. But Portland now have a lot of games now at home to make up for them basically missing the first half of the season at home. So it's a tricky one. But my prediction is 3-2 to Portland. I do think there's going to be a hell of a lot more goals in this game, and I think Portland, like last week, are going to be really up for it. And I hope they are, and I hope it's going to be a good game, even though Portland got beat. I just think they're going to really kick into this game. The next one is San Jose against Orlando. Orlando, like a lot of teams at the moment now down at the bottom half, they're just basically trying to get points to see if they can break into that playoff against San Jose, who, kind of like them, really want to make it into the playoffs and stay there and get a good seed to get into this knockout stages. I don't really care about the MLS Cup much. It's going to be a 2-0 win to San Jose. San Jose should easily win this game, quite easily. And Seattle Sounders against LA Galaxy. Seattle Sounders at home on their pitch. Zlatan probably doesn't really play well on turf, if you've ever noticed that. So I'm going to go for a Seattle Sounders 3-1 win. They're very good at home, where LA Galaxy are very bad away. It's going to be one of those games. And then LAFC against Minnesota. Minnesota probably played in Atlanta, and then heading up, back up home again, train for 1 day, maybe 2, fly out to LA, completely different zones and every flipping thing, to play the best team in the land at the moment. So, saying it, I'm going to go for a 3-0 win to LAFC. Sorry, Minnesota. You could possibly win this game and be a bit of a shock, but I think LAFC is a wee bit too much. You've got too much momentum at the moment, where I would believe them to win this game. Yes, I know that was pretty quick for predictions, but what's the point of me yabbering on? So that is my predictions. I hope you enjoyed them. If you're new, hit that wee subscribe button. That would be brilliant. I'm on 77 at the moment, which is incredible. So thank you very much, and I hope to see you on the next one. So toodaloos, bye now.